taking a road trip to New Jersey. It's a lot of traffic. We're taking a road trip to New Jersey because they have, what do they have? Dispensaries where you can just use your identification and you don't need a medical card. So, yep.
The pandemic.
We're going to get so this is like our first road trip. I think it's like 2.5 to 3 hours. Right now we're up in Blair, Maryland, passing one of our infamous traffic rest stop places or whatever. Lots of trucks, lots of officers, cars moving everywhere. I think it's like the Friday rush. Everybody trying to probably get to New York or.
What are you doing? If you're gonna get over, get over.
He talk when he drives. So do I. It gets real spicy. So we'll come back further in the. What you eating?
A chicken salad.
Ooh, some chocolate covered almonds. So we'll come back when we're either eating more snacks, or when we get further in our journey. Okay, bye.
I didn't even go past him for him to clap him.
So it's really different. So like I said, I have to be a very safe when you come up to 87, 86, 85, 84. I'm going to the 84 to 65 versus the 87 to 65. But basically what that does, makes it a $2 to $9 citation to a $106 citation, okay? So it's like a little bit breaking out all like that, right? Oh, that registration, that little sticker right there replaces the logo on the registration. We're going to get to it, it's not a big deal. But like I said, I'm going to 84 to 65, okay? You have a couple options, you can pay for it online by mail or by phone. You can request a call later, or you can request a trial. All options on the back. If you have any questions, go to the campus, have some information about the real estate solution, okay?
A bridge in the sun. See the water. You can barely see the water. It should be a Jersey sign.
Delaware, we're going Delaware first.
But no, we're not.
Yeah, we're going to Delaware first.
Well, I still don't see any signs. I don't see it.
Coming up on the right? Yes.
Okay, I see it. It's coming. Delaware.
Down so the truck won't be in front of it when you pass it.
I can see it, babe. You're the best. It's cutting through the trees. Oh my God. All right.
We're going to try that again.
On the way back. I mean, we go to Jersey. I thought I saw Newark. I thought it was New York from New Jersey. It's Delaware.
I think it's a branch off to get to Jersey, but to where we're going.
In 10 miles, take a slight right turn to merge onto I-295 North toward New Jersey Turnpike.
Okay, period. So we're going this way. It's either Easy Pass or Cash. 40 mph. Ooh, permit for wide loads. That's me. That's my hips. Oh, I need help. Oh, look, such bright, colorful signs. Easy Pass sold 24/7. I don't like this. Look ghetto.
I forgot. That's right. I'm gonna take cash.
Wow.
It's gonna say it's low anyway because I put $30.
So we've been in a poly relationship for how long have we been talking? 8 months.
Yeah.
It's always a year in my book.
I mean, at this place, almost a year is what I say. About a year. Going on a year. Estimated at a year.
Bitches be like,
Around this time last year.
should we tell the story?
Okay.
It was this boy. It's like, no. How should we tell a story?
Well, everybody will have different perspectives, so I guess you gotta tell yours.
Right.
I was friends with this young lady, and she had a brother. But you know how like people talk about people, but I was just like, okay, like you talking about your little friend. And apparently, like he'd be everywhere. You know, that was like her best friend, like really close or whatever. I was in not the best situation myself or whatever, but we would just like hang out, I guess, kind of around each other, but not around each other. We hang out with the people who knew of each other, him and like my person. And then my homegirl, she ended up, did she stay with me first? She didn't stay with me yet. Well, she had a shop, and I would see him sometimes at the shop and stuff like that. And he saw me randomly, I think, on social media, and then I saw him randomly in like the shop and everything. But she would always like talk about him or talk to me or say like, oh, you should like chat or you should like, you know, say hi or whatever. But I was in my little situation, and you know, I didn't think that was appropriate, so I would like wait it and stuff like that. But I always thought he was like cool and stuff like that. And then what happened? Oh, so I had a pop-up shop, and I was single and he was single after our like situations, and he called to ask where the pop-up shop was, and I told him where the pop-up shop was, but I also told him that I liked him, because at that point he was like, once his sister or best friend moved in with me, he was like come to the house like I think a couple times just to, like say hi, like we were hanging out, going out to little things and stuff like that. So I had like built up like a crush, I want to say. And then I told him how I felt, and he bought me 2 pineapples, one for me and one for Poops, and it was pretty much up from there. I'll go on a longer story like when I'm not like when I'm not laughing right now. I'll go on a more in-depth story, but that's kind of how it happened. And me and Chris, we was in a relationship already because we are poly, and she was chilling, and we all was hanging out in a friend group. Like it was like a really, really big friend group. And I was talking to her about him, and she was like, oh, okay, you know, whatever, maybe you should like hang out with him, see what's up, like see what's going on. And I was like,
get him set up.
You know what I'm saying? And then I was like, oh no, I really think he's sweet, you know, I really think he's nice, and I don't know, he seems like a gentleman. She was like, okay, like we should, you know. And then next thing you know, that's how it happened. And then we started
your pineapple chip was like, you trying to do this?
And then we started hanging out more to like, you know, really like get to know each other and figure out yeah, if we actually got along, or if we didn't get along with each other, or how it would be, or our personality types. Like we still are learning each other, you know, like has not been a year yet, but we definitely have came far. Like I'm happy with like our progress and stuff like that, and I'm happy with just the time that we've given. But I will say mostly, I will say for me, it was with his direction, because I'm a Libra, and Libras can be like whirlwinds, like very fast, like very like emotions rushing. But because we like slowed some things down and really like took time to get to know each other, I think it like worked out better in the long run, instead of like just it's hard to describe. Like it's just hard to describe.
That's for the long video.
Yeah, it's hard to describe, but I feel like if we would have just like rushed through it and went into it with like too much, sexual energy and stuff like that. Like you don't want to, something that could have potentially been a really good like bond relationship, you don't want it to just turn into like a threesome or threesome fun or like unicorny stuff. So it's like going at it with more intention.
In 2 miles, take a slight right turn to merge onto I-295 north toward New Jersey Turnpike.
Not saying we had like a specific, this is what we want, this is what we want, we're setting a relationship, we're looking for that. Not that we're doing that, but we already have an understanding of what we wanted or we're looking for. So it was already intentional, and I think that made it different. So it wasn't just like, oh, we'll just, we can risk it or be privileged. It was very trying to do this the right way because we want long-term effects.
Yeah, because me and her have dated people in the past, like together. What very short periods of times, like a couple months at a time. It wasn't successful. It wasn't intentionally done, and it wasn't. It's like it wasn't. I guess we were young too.
Yeah.
So when you're young, you do a lot of young things, and you think certain things supposed to go a certain way, and it just wasn't there for also some of the personalities
Stay
that
in the second or
we
third
did
lane
talk
from
to.
right.
So it was,
It's like a situation that just kind of happened.
yeah, it wasn't like, so in us being older and stuff, and me and her, like we've always wanted to seriously date somebody. Like we've always talked about it for a really, really
Use
long
the right
time.
2 lanes to take a
And
slight
it's
right
kinda
turn
like
to merge onto I-295
in this
north toward New Jersey Turnpike.
chapter, having the privilege to be able to do that and learning that about ourselves and establishing a foundation, which is great because even though we are lesbian, I've always personally, I think Chris too, like we always wanted to be around a man. Like we didn't, and then we always wanted children to be around a guy. Yeah, like we never wanted, we love black men.
Very much so.
Yeah, we never wanted to do the whole, I mean, in vitro, yeah, if it came down to it, like last minute, the wire, but we didn't, we're not those people at all. So,
and the support, the tribe, the whole community type thing is what was kind of desired. So, I mean, I'm a woman. I know certain things I can raise, well, no, it's like I can raise a guy, but but I'm not a man, so there's certain things that I obviously cannot teach him. So I don't have brothers. They gonna need to be around somebody. I'm not gonna deny them to be around masculine energy.
yeah, I've always agreed with children being around both sexes, not to come for people where they are in same-sex relationships. There's nothing wrong with that. Your kids,
successful.
yeah, they go to school, they have uncles, they have, grandparents and stuff. They see both sexes, but for me, more so developmentally, I want to say in the home and stuff like that too. So, yeah, that's like, our views behind those things. Babe, what you?
I'm a make a video on my own when I can concentrate. 'Cause I got a story.
He got a story.
Y'all shit was boring. I got the tea.
I kept it cute.
There was action.
It was.
There was romance. There was crime. So I tell you.
It really was. There was a lot of stuff happening in the beginning.
Like, yeah.
It was so much drama, but not drama. It was like.
It wasn't really our drama for real.
It wasn't. It really wasn't. It wasn't.
It was hell together.
And some of it was like just hilarious, but we will definitely come back with a longer story. But this is our trip to Jersey, so that's what we focus on.
Right.
On this. All right, bye. What? You want to say something?
I got a couple of incomes. I feel them. I'm trying to stop picking them. Oh, damn, you got work tomorrow. What time you got work tomorrow? In the morning?
What? A bridge in the sun. See the water. You can barely see the water. We passed the Jersey sign, but the sun's in the way, so it'll make the sign extra dark, like my hand. But yeah, we literally clipped through Delaware.
Keep right. Are you gonna use easy pass or cash?
I don't know. I probably use cash because I don't know how much it really is on my easy pass.
We are officially outside. Ooh! Of course, as you know, with all dispensary, there is no recording inside, no cell phone use whatsoever. But behind these beautiful, we're about to walk by doors here is Zen Leaf cash only place dispensary, and you just need your identification. Like I said, you don't need your medical card, but soon, what is it? What is the date this year for Merlin?
July, I think.
So July, we'll be right there with them quite shortly. So yep, that was a really nice trip, and when we get in the car, we'll show you what we got.